last video on this L83 before I put it up. Let's see what I did. Batteries there. Air card. Here's what it is. It's a vinC. It's an 8th digit for this motor. Wiring harness. There's the Tecum transmission control unit and the engine control unit. It's a E92. This is the plug that runs back into the harness. These are the wires I did not use out of it. You can see they're cut off. Just a visual see. Those are the ones that go up into the harness. These are the ones that go extras that feed the ECU that I didn't use. Alright, used all of the purple wires except for the rear O2 sensor, but I left it there in case it had to get hooked up later on. Got a couple extras like the AC stuff because it's still on the harness if somebody decides to use it. That's the starter relay enable. Didn't use that. There's an extra relay slot to add in the AC if you want to run it on like a CAN bus. There's the throttle cable. All the wires that I used on the throttle cable. These were some brake switch wires. They go in the cab. Got your OBD2 port. No check engine light. She runs good. Got the flex fuel sensor. Fuel line pressure sensor. Alright, sorry about the flash across the screen, but there's EFI Live. This is what I'm using. But it's running good. Not warm yet, but running good. O2 sensors are sweeping like they're supposed to be, trimming back and forth. Bosch L2 sensors will not work on these direct injection motors. These are Denzos in here, not AC Delcos, but Denzos, and they seem to work just fine. But the way you see it is the way the engine comes when you buy it, if somebody buys it. But don't get the Tecum with it, but the rest of it you do. Not the fuel pump because it's my testing fuel pump, but I can set you up with the part number for one that's $100 locally. That's adequate. Finished. I'll hit it up on the gas pedal real quick. Sounds good. Oh yeah, and I do have an ambient temp sensor plugged in down here. Probably not ambient because it's sitting on the ground, but that's where it's at right now. But running a solid state fuel pump. But I think I'm going to show you in the file real quick what I changed. Sorry about the flash. Let me get the angle right. So in the file, this is what I had to go through. So system, bats. I did all my alterations in 7.5 and uploaded with version 8. But I had to set it to type 3 and apply the VATS patch. So what I did first was apply the VATS patch, full flash, then applied type 2. After that, I applied starter, or something for the starter relay, cranking. Right here, disable. Let's see. Yeah, I had to disable the starter relay diagnostics. fan, as far as the direct injection fan, I just turned it to 91 where I wanted the fan to be on. The relay is not going to take that too long, but it's working for control from the computer. I did turn off the catalytic monitoring system. And that's about it. I don't remember or critical, but this is, I'm going to just cover the VIN up, but that's the operating system.